Hello from the Bureau with an update on an active period of severe weather over Australia, where we've got a tropical low over the Kimberley area of Western Australia. We've also got Tropical Cyclone Yvette, which is formed well off the northwest West Australian coastline, and over the coming days, heatwave conditions that are expected to develop over southern parts of the country. Let's start by taking a look at the satellite imagery over the past 24 hours. Two features really stand out. The first is the tropical low over the Kimberley area, where we can see these bands of heavy rainfall spiralling around the system. Severe weather warnings are already in place for the Kimberley area and parts of the North Interior District. Second key feature that we can see here is this large area of really bright cloud well off the northwest West Australia coastline that signifies developing Tropical Cyclone Yvette. First, let's focus on the tropical low, because that's what's bringing severe weather to land at the moment. The heavy rainfall that we've already seen, including over 200 millimetres in the past 24 hours at some locations, does mean that there's flood warnings already in place for parts of the Kimberley area. Over the coming days, this low is expected to move slowly to the south, and that will drag the heaviest rainfall south with it. To match that, flood watches have already been issued for inland rivers of the Northern Territory and also for the interior parts of Western Australia. With over 200 millimetres possible with that system as it moves south, river rises can be expected and some roads may become impassable. Turning our attention to the tropical cyclone, Yvette was named Wednesday afternoon and is now a Category 1 system that's quite slow moving over 700 kilometres off the northwest West Australian coastline. But over the coming days, it is expected to begin to move to the southeast and may intensify further to a Category 2 system. However, it's not expected to make landfall within the next 48 hours. Getting closer to Christmas Day, there is a possibility of a land crossing with this system. However, as we can see from this shaded area on this map, there's still quite a lot of uncertainty with any potential coastal crossing. It is still a few days out, and so forecasts and warnings will be fine-tuned as we get closer to the event. So, in summary for tropical parts, severe weather warnings are in place for the Kimberley and Northern Interior, flood warnings are current for northern Western Australia, and Tropical Cyclone Yvette is slow moving and is not expected to make landfall within the next 48 hours. With all this activity happening over northwestern parts of Western Australia, we need to be mindful of a developing heatwave story for southern parts of the continent. This is going to be the first period of prolonged heat the southern states have seen so far this summer. What we can see here on this map is the maximum temperature forecast for Friday. We can see the hot air is really centred over South Australia. But as we head into Saturday, Sunday and into Monday, that hot air drifts slowly eastwards, affecting all the southern and eastern states. Now, it's also going to be combined with warm nights. So with so much outdoor activity happening over this period, now's the time to plan for how you're going to beat the heat. Now, there's a lot of weather expected over the coming week, so make sure you stay across the latest forecasts and warnings information on the Bureau's website.